They're still trying to put hotspots out. Look at the state of it. It's so sad. It actually makes me want to cry. This is how close it's come to the road. This was the road that was shut off. It's actually gone across the road onto the field on the other side. All the trees are dead and burned. Just please, if you do have fires out in the wilderness, know what you're doing and be careful. It's just devastating. 10,500 worth of football fields worth of land has been destroyed. As you've already guessed, I've brought myself out for my days off. So I'm currently at Cawdor Castle and Gardens, which is up near Nairn, and I think I might go and stop at the harbour for the night, but I can take him into the gardens with me and then have a quick whiz around the castle because it's quite warm today. I don't want to leave him in the van for long at all, and then head off onto the harbour where it's going to be a nice ghost up breeze and we'll both be nice and cool. So I'll take you around Cawdor Castle and Gardens to tell you a little story that I've discovered about it. Hopefully it's as nice as Dunrubbin, and I can take Doug, which is nice. I'm at Cawdor Castle like I've just told you, but look how busy it is. It's absolutely mental. I think the gardens might go around the outside, so we might take a little wander and see if the queue dies down a bit. That might be to get inside of the castle. This is the flower gardens and nature trail. I'm not going in there yet, there's just a huge queue, so we'll go for a walk around the gardens and settle him in the van for a minute and then see if it's gone down any. It's beautiful, look how pretty the gardens are. Located in Cawdor, this romantic looking castle is famous for its connection to William Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth. In the play, Macbeth was already the Thane of Glamis before being granted the title the Thane of Cawdor. Although the actual castle was not built until much later, Shakespeare thought the Thane of Cawdor sounded much more grand, hence the connection. The most interesting part of the castle, though, is still yet to be told. In the 14th century, the actual Thane of Cawdor lived in a different stronghold a short distance away. He was, however, unhappy with his current residence, claiming it was cold, damp and small. All he needed to do was choose a location. The Thane had a dream that night on how to find the perfect location for his new home. He loaded a chest full of gold onto a donkey and set it free to roam. Wherever it chose to stop was where he would build his new fortress. The donkey wandered slowly, eating and sniffing until it eventually lay down to rest under the shade of a holly tree. Decision made, the Thane set to work on the building, and Cawdor Castle was built on this exact spot, with the holly tree still in place. You can still see the tree inside the building of this 14th century castle. It was starved of sunlight centuries ago, but it is said the tree has been carbon dated back to 1372. Doug's clearly not listening to the keep off the grass signs. You can't really stop him though, can you? We come under the trees into the nature trail. It's a bit hot out in the garden. And I'm going to go and see if that queue's gone down any. It looks absolutely mental. It is summer holidays, I suppose, for the Scottish, so, and there's a lot of Europeans here, like a lot. They're all trying to barge in front of me because I was on my own, but I wasn't having any of it. The lady at the desk was really nice. She said I can take him around the gardens and then go and pop him back in the van while I do the castle. And the tea rooms and everything are dog friendly as well, so maybe we'll get something to eat there, we'll see. I don't really want to go to the play area. That's where Doug's off to. Want to go to the play area? As you saw, Davamore is just completely devastated. It's really upsetting to drive through it. I know I'd seen a lot of it on the news about what had happened, but I didn't quite grasp the scale of it until I drove through it myself and how right by the road it was. It would have been scary if you'd have to drive through that. The firefighters are still up there putting out hotspots. It's going to be continuing for a while until we get a significant amount of rain, I think. Although I've been looking forward to this, my anxiety levels were massive this morning, and it took a significant amount of self-pushing to get myself off the site, to be fair, but I did it and I'm here. I went back over that snow road that terrified me the first time I ever came over towards Nairn, and I managed it. So, and then I came down that tiny little track to get to Cawdor. I probably should have carried on the big road, maybe it would have been easier, but I just followed Google Maps like I usually do, and yeah, luckily there wasn't that much traffic. I was alright. It's a cute little play area for the kids, isn't it? Got like a thingy up here. It's quite nice here. You can spend as long as you want. They've obviously got the tea rooms. You can keep going back out to go and see the dog if you're not taking them into the castle, and she said I can come and go as I want, so that's nice. They've given me a audio guide thing. I don't tend to listen to them, to be fair. I like to do my own research, and I'm not that interested in the stuff that they want to tell me. I'm interested in the ghostly and all the other goings on. Where are you going? What are you doing? You don't like that log. What are you doing? You're gonna get it. We're not going down there. Come on. We've got a piper. How cool is that? I was just having a chat to the piper. He's a really nice man. He just says he's bombed out like here, like he just has to be here all day doing it in order to make any money, and he likes doing it for the Americans and the Germans. I don't know why Doug's going that way, but yeah, he's a really nice guy. He shook my hand and everything, bless him. Doug's being a pain in the ass, so he's going back in the van for a bit while I go and explore a little bit on my own, because it's impossible to film with him sometimes. He's back in the van, he's playing one of my favourite tunes. So I'm going to try and get inside the castle, see how busy it is. Most of the castles in Scotland boast of a bloody history, and Cawdor is no different. In the 18th century, the Thane of Cawdor at the time had a daughter, the apple of his eye. She was destined to marry into a good bloodline, but she fell hopelessly in love with a boy from a rival clan. Upon discovering this, her father locked her in the tower, saying she could never see this boy again. Inconsolable and broken-hearted, his daughter attempted to escape out of the tower window. Tragically, her father discovered her hanging by the window ledge, and in a fit of rage, he drew his sword and cut off her hands, sending her plunging to her death. She haunts the castle still, an apparition in blue, with bloody stumps for hands, searching for her lover. Okay, that's it for the castle. Time for me to head to my little boy. It's getting warmer, and head towards the coast a little bit to get to him where it's a bit cooler, I think. We're in Nairn. Look. So it seems a bit daft because Gladys can fit in a standard size bay, but to stay for 24 hours and overnight you do have to be in one of the marked motorhome bays, which is massive for Gladys, but it says camper vans and motorhomes must be in one of the designated bays. I feel like I'm taking up a bay that should be for a bigger vehicle, but I am abiding by the rules of the car park, basically. I'm going to take him for a little walk. He's on the beach. Or do you just want to rest? It's a bit warm, isn't it? Maybe we'll just have a cup of tea and some dinner and a bit of rest and see how he feels in a bit. We had that little mooch around the gardens before. So I'm going to sort out this mess of a camper van and make myself some food, I think. Van is set up. Tea is made, well, dinner, whatever it is. What time is it? Dinner, it's 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to chill out for a little bit, wait for it to cool down, and then I might take him for a little walk into Nairn where we've both had a bit of a rest, haven't we? Okay? The aim of the game kind of for this 2 days off is just to relax and chill out really, because it's been absolutely hectic on the campsite. I'd say Friday, Saturday, Sunday we had upwards of 400 cars trying to get on the site to park, because Loch Morlich was probably the most populated place in the Highlands. It was ridiculous. We were literally, one of us had to stay at the gate and play parking warden all day, so we were a team member down pretty much all day, every day of the weekend. It was horrendous. So I'm having a rest. I know I've gone and done the castle today, but I was headed up this way anyway, and I wanted to go and see Cawdor Castle. It was lovely, I liked it, and I liked the fact I could take him around the gardens, but it wasn't as nice as Dunrobin Castle, I have to say. There were a lot of, I don't know whether it's just because Dunrobin have done while it was just out of season, and now obviously we're in high season and it's very, very busy, and it's just not for me. So that'll be the last castle that I visit until probably coming towards the end of season, when it gets a little bit quieter, I think. I'll just do ruins from now on. So I'm gonna eat my dinner and maybe have an afternoon nap. I'll pick you back up when I decide what I'm doing. Me and the boy have had a little nap, and I've changed my t-shirt because that top is pretty, but it's not the most comfortable thing to nap in the world. So I put a comfy t-shirt on, and I've had about an hour. What time is it now? 4 o'clock. So maybe an hour and a half. I think I needed that. But the tide's now coming. It's cooled down quite a lot. He's knackered, look at him. I got all the doors shut and the silver screens on, and the van's quite cool, so I might just take myself off for a little walk and leave him here, seeing as it's quite cool in here. And I was just worried about leaving him in a hot van. It wasn't, I sped around that castle like pretty quick because it was getting warmer, and there was so many people just dawdling. It was I like them, they're pretty to go inside, but it's just it's not really for me. I only want to go and see the actual thing for the story sort of thing. I don't really want to have a look at old chairs and things like that. So I kind of had to scoot past people, and I didn't listen to the audio thing. Handed my audio thing back in and then went straight back to Doug. It's getting more and more difficult to do things like that. Obviously the busier it gets up here in the Highlands, with being school holidays, and obviously the English kids break up very soon, so it's going to get even more busy. So I don't think I'll be doing any more attractions for a good while now. I might just come and do park ups and stuff. It wasn't too bad here because obviously it's paid. It's £10 for 24 hours to one of the designated motorhome bays. So there was 3 motorhome bays left when I turned up. I think still a couple left. People obviously want to do the free park ups, so I think the free park ups get really, really busy. So I suppose I better get myself ready. I'll go out in the fresh air before I do go back to sleep, and then I won't sleep tonight, and then I'll be annoyed. I'm not happy leaving him in the van, so I'm taking him with me. Displayed my ticket, so I do not get booked. Let's go for a little wander. It's bright out here. You can hear how windy it is, but I'm just not happy leaving him in the van when it's so sunny. They do get warm really, really quickly, and I'm just going to see how far his little leg will take him. I've paid until tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so I can always go for a little walk into Nairn tomorrow morning when it's cooler and I can leave him behind then. So we'll go for a little walk together. We're just peeing on everything at the minute. How beautiful is that? It's like the Northern Lights and the lighthouse. Ah, that's well pretty. Makes me a little bit sad coming here because obviously the last time I was here I had Daisy and she was running and playing on the beach. I miss her. Having to carry him already. He hates walking back piers and harbours, so he just put the brakes on. There's a sign just behind me that's saying they do sup yoga classes up here. I'd love to try that actually. I reckon it'd be really good fun. I'm headed to one of the riverside walks. So this is the River Nairn. Obviously it's a tidal river, so when the tide's in it's high. I thought me and Doug will have a wander up here and see what's down here. Didn't come up here last time I visited because Daisy couldn't walk very far. You can't go down there, mate. Look at it. Come on. I'm remembering how scared I was the last time I was here and I barely slept. It was like one of the first times I've come up in this direction. and I was still really nervous about going out in the van on my own, but now I don't feel scared at all, and I've enjoyed the drive over the snow road, whereas last time I was absolutely bricking it. I couldn't leave the van, I wouldn't leave the van for long. I was just like proper panicking about everything, and now it's completely different. I have to say I am proud of me. And I have not given myself enough credit for it before now, I don't think. But yeah, these little going away on my own, just completely on my own, whereas you used to make me proper nervous. And like I said, I had a bad anxiety attack kind of this morning about it. I was worried for some reason about the van overheating going over the snow road. I don't know why, because it hasn't done it since I was on my way up to Scotland, like well over a year ago, but I don't know, my brain just goes into panic mode and that's it. And it's not done it, and it's been fine, it's been perfect. It's just me. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my little self today, I think. These ones have got sickness. I'm quite big now, look at them. They're about to go white shortly. Look at all of the seagulls, there's loads of them. There's a bar up here called Jacko's. It says it's dog friendly, and Jacko was the name of my childhood Jack Russell. Jacko. Go and have a look. It's not open till 5. So we're a bit early, dog. Shall we head back? Are you tired? There's a bridge. Come on. Nope, he's not having it. We're gonna have to carry him. Probably put the brakes on. Look at him. He's not happy, doggy. He's good. It's really beautiful, this river walk, and it would be peaceful if it wasn't for the seagulls. Absolute nicey puckers. Listen. We're walking very, very slowly down the other side of the river back to the van. If he is poached, I might have to carry him in a minute. Little old man. Alright, Doubles. It's not too hot, it's nice because it's a nice shady walk, so he's just tired. There we go, carry him for 5 minutes and he's off. He hates being carried. Nearly back to the van. I think there's somebody kite surfing out there. They're way far out. Time to get his little legs up on the bed. And there's a huge RV over there. That's a big unit. I've missed the chippy. I know what's happened to my spaghetti and sausages, so I can't bloody open it. I think there's a Subway up the road. I might have to try and go and find, otherwise it's a cup of soup for my tea. And I'm very hungry. Not having a good time of it today, am I? I was on my way to Subway, thinking it was going to close at 7:30, so I thought the chippy shut at 7 because that's what Google said. But look, the chippy was open. Friar's chip shop to the rescue because I'm really hungry. I've just watched that couple over there. They pulled up in the van. They had a little romantic picnic out in chairs looking at the sea. Kind of makes me feel a bit lonely when I see things like that. I don't think I explained myself very clearly though. I don't miss being in a relationship per se. I miss some of the aspects of it. So like having a hug, somebody to just tell you you've seen something beautiful or done something amazing, come home and eat a meal with, little bits and things like that. And I'm not telling people to come up and give me a hug because everybody knows I am a little bit funny about my personal space, and I have to really trust somebody in order to let them touch me. So I'm really weird. So I'm one of those people that wants a hug but doesn't want a hug. I don't really know how better to explain myself. I do have some issues with regards to personal space and trust, most definitely. So I'm not ready to go into another relationship, so I know that, and I know I'm quite okay by myself. I can deal with everything, I can do everything, but some aspects of it I do really miss and long for, if you know what I mean. It's really hard to put into words. And just seeing little things like that throughout the day make me like think about it, if you know what I mean. It's weird. I hope I've put myself across properly, so don't start coming up to me and offering me hugs, because you know I'm funny. And I know I'm really strange, and I don't particularly go and give out physical affection, not even to my family. I know I love my mum and my sister to pieces, but we're not a very huggy kissy family. It's just the way that we are. Dogs, pick them up, hug them, kiss them all the time. People, not so much. The reason I was saying I'm not having much luck because I normally bring a couple of alternatives with me for tea, like spaghetti carbonara, but I didn't. I just thought I'll have spaghetti and sausages and I'll be fine. And I can't get in the tin, so I've had chips. And also, my little power bank was fully charged. Brought the wrong flipping lead to charge. That's to charge my watch. I didn't bring one to charge my phone, so I've been having to charge it on the wireless charging on the power bank, which takes ages. Oh well, it's what it is. I've had a message from Kev, thank you Kev, letting me know that the road has been closed on the way back, so it's a good job I'm not heading back anyway, because I'm about to have a nice cold cider and I'm gonna head to bed quite early tonight because I am shattered. Me and him are knackered out, mate. Yeah, we just had some chips. He helped share my fish with me because it was quite a big fish. So I'm nice and full, drink my cider, chill out, watch the sunset, and then I'm going to bed. So I'll see you in the morning. Good sunny morning from Nairn. It looks beautiful today. I'm really glad I've got a ticket till like 2 o'clock because I'm just gonna take him on the beach for a while, have my breakfast and just chill out, I think, and not do a lot. It's warm already, so I'm not leaving him in the van. Come on. It just scares me, and I've seen dogs have nearly die from heat stroke and stuff, so because I used to work in a vet, so I'm not doing it. I'm not risking him. He's my boy. So we'll just hang around, see if there's a car park a bit further into town. Maybe we can go and park and you can have a potter around with me, but you can't do that walk all the way up Harbour Road. It's just too much for him on the pavement when it's warm. So we'll have a little potter on the beach and go back for some breakfast for us both, I think. There we go, that's better. I'll let him off in a second. There's a couple of dogs approaching us, and obviously because he's deaf, he's really hard to get back now, because he can't hear me calling him, so he's just a bit grumpy when dogs get in his face and they look like excited spaniels, so I'll just keep him on the lead for now. There we go, he's off. Happy boy. Bless him. He absolutely loves being by the sea. I think maybe he gets it because I'm so happy and calm when I'm here. He feels the same way. He's always loved it ever since he was a puppy. He used to take him to Lisbon quite a lot. You happy? It's absolutely beautiful here in the morning. That sunset last night was gorgeous, and I did take the drone up. I have no idea what the footage turned out like because it was in the air flying towards the sunset, and then it told me that I didn't have enough room on my card, so I have to sort that out this morning somehow, or this afternoon. Go on then. Maybe when I get back to site I'll have a look at it. I don't know. I thought I deleted everything off it. Maybe it needs formatting or have a look at that. Things never go right, do they? And then obviously I had my mishap with my spaghetti and sausages for my tea last night, but my chippy was nice. £11.24 for fish and chips, so that's quite expensive. And then obviously £10 a park, and then the fuel to get up here, and £16.75 into Cawdor Castle, so it's cost me a fair bit to come and do this trip, but I'm happy and I've had a nice time. I love how happy he is on the beach. Are you a happy boy? Who's a happy boy? Oh, it's a happy boy. He's a happy boy. Come on. Obviously because he's getting older now and I've lost David, I'm more aware of his mortality, and I really want him to just enjoy his time with me while I've got him. So the more I can get him up to places like this where he can just roam and have a run and love it, the more I'm going to do it, because look how happy he is. Bless him. I just want to give him the best possible time while I've still got him. Hopefully it's for a long time. So I did have a Jack Russell who was 19 and he's 13 and he's half Jack Russell, so he might go on for some time yet. Hopefully you will, Douglas. Are you having a dig? Are you being diggy, Doug? What's in there? What's in there? Come on, you weirdo. Toast for breakfast. I remembered my ridge monkey this time. He's had his. I'm just gonna wash the pots, turn the chair around, take the silver screens off, and then I'm ready to go. But I'm not rushing. I'm just gonna have a nice chilled breakfast, cup of tea, and sit here and listen to the sound of the waves. It was lovely this morning. The tide started to go out, I think probably about 5 o'clock, and I could hear it. It woke me up, but it sounded really nice and it was really relaxing. I just lay there for a while listening to it. I sort of guessed it for a while. I keep having to top this up. I think my van's leaking water. Look. Back to the garage she goes again. Fuck's sake. I checked the oil cap. It's not the head gasket, so I don't know what it is. Could be the radiator. It's not overheated. Maybe this is why I was kind of worried about coming up here. I topped it up when I came and it's used that much in an hour and a bit's drive. I need to go back in. I'm at Dufftown next week, so I can't go back before then. At least it's parked up for 3 days while I'm there. Just have to see when he can get her in and have a look. God's sake, it's not what I need. I was thinking about maybe going somewhere else, but I think I'm just going to head back to site now because I can't believe it. I was hoping I was wrong and I was being paranoid, but I'm not. The motorhome next to me has leaked water, but I don't think it's from that. So what I might do when I get back to site is put some cardboard under it so I know for definite that it is my van, and then we'll just go from there. We're back over the snow road. The van dropped a tiny bit of water, so I can see when I've just stopped it, obviously because the engine was hot, there's a tiny drip coming out the bottom, or it might be coming out the lid of the expansion tank and the bottle. So I don't know what it is. It's clearly not enough to make it overheat while I'm driving because the water's obviously going around the engine. It's when I'm stopped, it's obviously cooling down and then dropping it a little bit. Like obviously your expansion tank, you've got minimum and maximum, and I'm always filling it up to just below the maximum whenever I top it up, and it's dropping to the minimum but not below. So I don't know what's going on with it. I have to set my watch off because he's just had a bath. Have you had a bath? So he's nice and cool and he smells better, but now he's going to get wet hair all over my bed, aren't you? So we're going to have to wash them covers. I don't mind though, he's my little boy, so he can do what he wants. Just a quick note before I say goodbye, I'd like to say thank you to my 2 lovely subscribers that came and said hello to me while I was at the harbour at Nairn. It was lovely to meet you both and your cute little doggo, even though Doug tried to have a go at him because he's a grumpy old man. Most of them are both just late, like ignoring each other, but Doug's he's just a grump, it's just the way he is. Yeah, so it was lovely to meet you both, and thank you for coming and speaking to me, and I hope you continue to enjoy living in the van. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.